Guys, welcome back. So on my left hand here you see my gradient mani. I've had a bunch of people request that I do a gradient, so I did, and you guys will see that video on Friday. But for today I'm gonna do a little ocean seashell themed mani. I'm going to be using these two colors by Triple D Dips. I'm gonna use these other two colors by iGel Beauty, as well as iGel's Dip Base and Activator. I also have two thin coats of the UNT or UNT, however you want to pronounce it, peel base over my builder gel. But I'm gonna get right into the video. This is a little bit of a longer video. So for those of you who have been asking me for longer videos, you're welcome. If you don't want to see a longer video, feel free to skip ahead to my design portion of the video if that is what you clicked on this video for. So I'm gonna get right into this white shade by Triple D. It is called I'm Not What You Pink. It is a really gorgeous bright white and it glows pink in the dark. I love this color so much. I love the consistency of it, and I've never had an issue. Have you guys ever used like a white powder and it's a little unforgiving sometimes, isn't it? Like you can kind of see your brush strokes through the dip, even like after you've buffed and activated and all that good stuff, because mine does sometimes. But I'm gonna do two coats of each color, and whenever I'm doing a multi-colored mani, I like to always do the lightest color first, and then I like to either do the glitter or the flakies last. So I am going to start my second layer here, and if you guys watched my original iGel like first impressions and review, then you guys know I wasn't a huge fan of the liquids. I liked the formula, but I think I even said in the video that it was the bottle that I didn't like. So I was super excited when I ordered a new base liquid and it came in this bottle. I love the brush. It has a wiper insert inside. So if you're looking for some decent liquids, try out the iGel liquids. I really, really like them. The top coat, I'm still not a huge fan of. To me, it just doesn't get shiny enough, but the base and the activator, I think are great. Top coat to me really isn't a deal breaker because y'all know I do gel. Okay, so I am going to start my index finger now. And here you're just gonna see kind of my brain at work for a minute. I was gonna do my full index finger in this blue, this freshwater color. And then I opened up Miss Kelly, this green next to it, and I was like, to ombre or not to ombre? So I'm gonna ombre it. So I'm gonna walk you through how I ombre really quick. I am ombreing two solid colors, which I know for a lot of people is super intimidating, but I'm gonna share with you my little trick for ombre in a second. So here I'm just applying my base as per usual, nothing different. And then I'm going to point my finger downward and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the powder. I'm gonna dust it off a little bit before I start tapping it onto my nail, just because you don't want a full flood of powder dropping on there. You wanna be able to control where it's going. But you're just gonna tap, you wanna focus on your cuticle and your sidewalls first. Keep your finger pointed down. That way it's going to create a nice fade. As you kind of go more towards your center of your nail, you're going to want to pick your brush up to get that really nice fade. And then when you move on to your next color, you want to point your finger up towards the sky so that it creates the nice fade in the opposite direction. So then you're going to go around your cuticles with, your orange wood stick if you need to. And then you're going to dust off, apply your second layer of base. You're going to do the same tap process, but you're going to do it the opposite. So we ended with the blue color, so this time we're going to start with the blue color. So again, you're going to point your finger upwards, well, I'm gonna apply my base first. So I'm gonna apply my base. You do want to make sure you're using liquids that dry a little bit slower. You don't want ones that dry really fast and aren't going to give you time to work and get it done. You don't want to have to keep applying more base. So again, I'm pointing my finger up towards the sky, and you want to focus on your free edge, and you want to get that really nice and saturated and covered. Make sure you're rotating your finger side to side so that you don't miss those sidewall areas. See what happens when you don't tap the powder off? I did not do that on purpose. So I'm gonna tap a little bit. You do wanna make sure you're tapping off in between switching colors also, because you don't want any of your colors to drop into your other jars. You don't want to contaminate your powders. So then you would point your finger downward and focus on your cuticle once again, and tap, 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 tap. And then go around with your orange wood stick. I did a little too much base on this one. So I'm just cleaning up around my cuticles really well. So now I'm gonna give that a second to dry, and then I will dust off. I did kind of go back and forth between whether I wanted to do a third layer of this and try to fix up that little imperfection there from where too much powder dropped, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with what I got. I didn't want to have one nail thicker than all my other ones. So I am going to apply my base, grab my jar of clear really quick, because at this point I was planning on doing a third ombre layer, but I'm just gonna dip into my clear really quick and then get back to going with this mani, which the third color is the Miss Kelly. I'm gonna chrome this. It looks so good chrome. So I'm just gonna clean up around my skin where I may have gotten any clear. So initially, so now I'm just going back to my basic dip application. I'm gonna do 2 coats of Miss Kelly on my ring and my thumb. So when I first had this mani planned out, I had a full design in mind for what I wanted to do. I wanted to use some of those Seashell, I'm gonna call them charms, because they're not glitter. They're like those little tiny, I've seen Marla Chris use them and Carol Annette use them, and I ordered some a while back. I thought there was a different color, but it was misleading on the site. I thought I was getting a color that would go with these. My fault for not pulling them out and looking first. So I end up just doing kind of the 3D shells instead on both of my accent nails. So I wasn't able to 100% make this mani what I wanted it to be, because the seashells that I had just did not match with any of these. So it will be what it be, I guess. But I'm gonna just finish up these dips, and then I'm going to cap all of my nails that are done in clear. I'm gonna activate, and then I'm gonna get into my angel flakes. I don't say it a lot, but the reason I activate my solid nails before I go in and start doing a foil or a glitter is because, especially foils, they have minds of their own and they will fly all over your nail area. If you've ever worked with a flake, you know you were sneezing that stuff out for a good 2-3 days after you've done your nails. So I like to activate all of my solid nails first, and that will protect them from getting any foils or glitters on your solid nails. If you are like me, the last thing you want is one foil or one glitter on a solid nail. Maybe you're fine with it, drives me absolutely bonkers. So I'm gonna chit chat with you guys for a couple minutes while you watch me finish up my dip process. I know a bunch of you have been asking me to do a video of like my nail room, and the only reason I haven't is because it hasn't been ready. It hasn't looked the way that I wanted it to. I have always used this like old poker table that was left by the old owners of our house. That's what I used as my nail table. And like some snack trays and some tote bins and stuff like that. So I've been slowly, you know, putting it together and getting it the way that I want. I'm waiting on my last thing, which is my nail desk, which is supposed to be delivered the day this video uploads, actually. So for you guys today. So I did make a post on my Facebook group a little while back about whether you guys would want it to be a YouTube video, like a normal upload, or a fun little Facebook live where I do, you know, show you guys my new nail room and then just chit chat and hang out and answer questions if you have any. Just a fun little live. And you guys all seem to really like that idea a little bit more. If I do it here on YouTube, it's gonna be a super short video, like just my nail room. Something about showing my face on YouTube scares the crap out of me, but Facebook I'm fine with. I've done plenty of lives. So if you are not a part of my Facebook group, I will leave it linked down below. I'm hoping, my plan is to be able to do my nail tour this Friday evening. But I will make a Instagram post and a post in my group, and I'll probably do a little post here also to confirm day and time and all that good stuff. So if you want to join, make sure you are a part of my group. Like I said, everything I'm using, my Facebook group, everything will be linked down below for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I will let you guys watch me. I'm just clear capping. Then I'm going to do my foil dips. I'm gonna do 2 dips in that. I'm gonna cap in clear, activate up all my nails, and I will be right back. All right, so I just wanted to pop back in here really quick. I promise I'll be quick. But I just wanted to walk you guys through how I apply foil dips. I do like to pour it into a cupcake liner. I just think that it makes them apply so much easier. And then I just lay my finger right into the powder. I like to tap them very, very gently and make sure they are all nice and flat. And then I go around with a cuticle stick and clean up around my cuticles and my sidewalls. And since I am just doing this one nail, I am going to give it probably like 20-30 seconds to dry before I brush off, just so it's not still sticky when I put my dusting brush to my nail. But then I will dust off, do another coat of base, and then lay my finger right back into the foil. This foil is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So pretty. But I will let you guys watch me finish up my foil finger, and I will be right back. Now onto the fun stuff. I have obviously already filed, shaped, buffed off camera. And now I'm going to go in and show you how I achieved my chrome and my seashell design. Whenever you're doing a chrome, you do want to make sure you get your nail pretty smooth, because chrome, this is one of the very few times I actually do buff my nails when I'm doing gel, is when I'm chroming, because chrome will show every mistake, no matter how big or small. It will make it stand out like a sore thumb. So for my gel, I'm using iGel, of course, no wipe gel top coat. And I really take my time applying the gel. I want to make sure it's nice and even. And then I just went ahead and gave it a quick 15-second cure. And this is some mermaid chrome I got off of AliExpress like 8 months ago. And I'm just gonna pick a little bit up with my eyeshadow applicator, and I'm just gonna rub it in, buff it into my nails. I like to make sure I go and get around my cuticle and my sidewall areas really, really well. And I do like to cap the free edge with my chrome as well. So that's all I'm gonna do here. It's really, really super simple to chrome as long as you have a nice smooth base to begin with. So that's all I've done here. And then I let it cure for the rest of the time. So the iGel, you want to cure it for 60 seconds. So I did a quick 15-second cure, and then I went back in and cured it for another 45 seconds. So now it's safe to brush off all that excess chrome. So I like to use my hard brush for that, and then I will go around my cuticles and my sidewalls with a little alcohol wipe and just make sure I clean up my fingers really, really well. All right, so now that I have that all cleaned up, I am going to begin my little gem design over on the corner of my cuticle. I have one gem that is a little bigger than the other two. Here I have some rhinestone glue gel that I got off of Amazon a while back. So if I am able to find this, I will leave it linked for you guys. If not, you can use builder gel. But I'm just going to apply a small amount of this to the corner of my nail. You could use a gel top coat if you wanted to, but if you do, I do recommend using a thicker gel, because if you use a thinner gel, those stones are going to move around on you. So that is just my recommendation. So I've went and I've applied that rhinestone glue, and now I'm going to go in and apply my gel top coat over top of the rhinestone glue. I'm not curing anything just yet. I'm going to wait until I've applied my top coat, and I'm going to do my stones, and then I will cure everything at the end. You could, if you wanted to, you could do the rhinestone glue and then do your stones and then top coat if you wanted to, but I found that this way worked just fine. The rhinestones held on perfectly fine. I had no issues, and it saved me a little bit of time. So I'm going to apply the biggest stone right at the corner of my cuticle, and then the smaller stones on either side. This turned out to be very therapeutic for me. I know a lot of people don't like the caviar beads. They find them to be like a pain in the butt to work with. I didn't mind them. It actually made me, I don't know. I kind of, when I was doing this mani, I was like, oh, I didn't realize how much I missed doing nail art. So I'm going to get my rhinestones placed, and then I'm going to pull out some of these caviar beads. I do end up switching to my toothpick for these just because I can pick up a bunch more. So first I'm going to pretty much just place a bunch of them on my nail, and then all I'm gonna do is trace those rhinestones with the caviar beads. And I do put one in between each stone at my cuticle, but that's all I'm gonna do. Super, super simple. And I love how this design turned out. I think it's so super cute. I'm definitely gonna be doing it more. So I will let you guys watch me do my chrome design, and I will be right back for the seashell. right, so now that I have that all done the way that I like and I'm happy with it, I did go ahead and cure it for 60 seconds. I wanted to do a full 90-second cure, but then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I still have my other finger to do, so it's gonna end up getting the 90 seconds. So if you're doing just that one design, give it a 90-second cure just because of that rhinestone glue underneath. So for my index finger, I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm applying the rhinestone glue at the same spot, that corner, but instead of using the actual rhinestones, I'm gonna use a couple of these bigger sized caviar beads. I used 4. And I just kind of randomly placed all the beads in that corner section at my cuticle. So I'm going to apply some of these bigger ones, and then the last 2 spots on the end of my little container, I have the pearlescent color caviar beads and then the rose gold. And I'm just gonna add a bunch of those and just kind of randomly play around with them until I get them in a shape and design that I'm happy with. So yeah, I will let you guys watch me place my caviar beads here for a second, and then we will get into the actual seashell design. So keep on watching and I will be right back. All right, so when I'm happy with that, I'm gonna give it a quick 10-15 second flash cure. I'm sorry that I didn't talk through more of that, but I found it really therapeutic when I was placing the caviar beads. So I was like, I'm gonna be quiet during that just in case you guys wanna kinda zone out and watch and maybe you found it therapeutic too. I don't know, you have to tell me. So now I'm going to go in with my gel matte top coat, and I'm going to apply this to the rest of my nail. I am not going to apply this over those caviar beads because it will dull them ever so slightly. It will take the shine away. So I just went around my little design, did my matte top coat. I cured that for 60 seconds. And now I'm going to take a little bit of my no wipe gel top coat and put it on my little nail art palette here, which I did get this off of Amazon. So if you guys are interested in a little art palette, I will leave the link for this down in the description box as well. This description box for this video is going to be jam-packed full of goodies. So now I'm going to go in with my nail art brush and some of that gel, and I'm just going to make curved lines from my cuticle and sidewall areas and curve them around to meet that little corner design with the beads that I just did. I don't know, I've seen a lot of people do the seashell design starting at their free edge and curving and going up to their cuticle, but I don't know, I just wanted to put my little twist on it and just do something a little bit different. But you guys will have to let me know what you guys think. I will say that I should have did a little bit more gel on each line and just made them a little bit more thicker so that they looked a little bit more 3D, especially with the ombre underneath. So I am aware I should have did more gel. But I will let you guys zone out again and watch me shell up my nail, and I will be right back. All right, so now I'm on to my last nail, and we are almost done this mani. And this one, I'm just going to keep it simple and just apply a layer of the iGel No Wipe Gel Top Coat, because this foil is so gorgeous. It doesn't need anything else. It doesn't need any stones or any caviar beads. It doesn't need nothing. It's gorgeous. I will leave that linked. I will leave everything I'm using linked down below for you guys. And then I am gonna give my full hand a good 60-second cure, and then I'm gonna do some cuticle oil. So you guys will have to let me know how you feel about this mani. I'm all cured, fresh out of the oven. My nails are good to go. I'm gonna finish it off with some cuticle oil, as I always do. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think of the ocean themed mani. I'm not a big mermaid, unicorn. I'm a boy mom, so we do sharks and dinosaurs. And I've never been much of a like super girly girl myself, so I've never been a unicorns and mermaid type of girl either. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you guys think. Make sure that you join my Facebook group so you don't miss out on the nail tour over on my Facebook Live, hopefully one day this weekend if everything goes well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next one. Bye guys.